What's up? With the new animated Spider-Man movie now out as of writing this, I had a large ambition to suddenly watch and analyze some of the world's most popular Spider-Man. That is the topic of today's video. It would be a partial crime to start off with any other Spider-Man besides the original Peter Parker, probably one of the most over-serialized characters in fiction, with his more recent outings in film being connected to large multiversal threats rather than the roots of New York City and Queens and its petty crimes that he was once the protector of. But what does Peter Parker mean as a character? Through his many versions, parts of Peter have always been maintained. A somewhat hated vigilante that is constantly trashed in the public eye, a very small group of people that at his side willing to help, his uncle, biological parents, and most family members besides his Aunt May are dead. The few people he has at his side are MJ and Aunt May, with May typically not knowing about Peter's separate identity. At school, Peter is constantly bullied for being a nerd. He utterly lacks confidence, but when he puts on the mask, not only does no one recognize who he is, but is also able to do things he otherwise couldn't with a large amount of confidence. Peter embodies an escape that many lack. Outcasts cling to the idea of Spider-Man as an escape, a world where they could go to experience a world where they or someone like them could do more, and with more confidence.
I see this spark in you. It's amazing. Whatever you choose to do with it, you'll be great.
Our family doesn't run from things.
You're the best of all of us, Miles. You're on your way.
When do I know I'm Spider-Man?
You won't. That's all it is, Miles. A leap of faith.
To contrast Peter's loneliness, Miles Morales has different attributes. He has a full and loving family. He, as Miles, is well liked in his community. Everyone is supportive of his ideals and choices, only encouraging him to do the right thing. Upon donning the mask, Miles takes on a persona not far from his normal life. He uses his power to help people around him, much like Peter. Miles also has powers completely foreign to other Spider-Men. However, they make him more versatile and allow him to take down larger and more threatening enemies that most superheroes are not able to. However, in many stories, Miles is confronted with an unfortunate fate that many of us can relate to, being unable to reach expectations, whether that be from family, ourselves, or society. In Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse, Miles is expected to be the best and reach the highest he can in life by his family, only wanting the best for him. However, Miles doesn't want to reach as far as he can. He wants to be in a community with people like him. Sure, he's smart, but he's also most comfortable in the environment that might not be garnered to his smarts. He's thrown out of his comfortable street environment and placed in a prestigious academy, Visions. While he's passing rather easily, Visions just simply isn't the life he wants. He wants a life similar to that of his uncle Aaron's, chilled, laid back, and full of graffiti. After failing to get kicked out, Miles is assigned an essay to write about his own expectations, which he skips out on in favor of hanging out with his uncle Aaron. After his Spider-Man journey, Miles completes the essay, finding that he doesn't need to defy expectations and far surpass them. He just needs to do it on his own way. He needs to make those expectations his own, make his life and choices his own. Gwen Stacy, or Spider-Woman, is somewhat of a mixed bag of Peter and Miles. She is a woman, and thus is expected by society to be elegant and graceful. But she has other ambitions. Being a fan of rock, she makes a band with her friends. Later she becomes Spider-Woman and falls in love with Peter Parker, who is not Spider-Man in this scenario. Peter, having already been an outcast, wants to be like Gwen, knowing Gwen is Spider-Woman, leading him to taking the lizard serum and becoming the ravaging beast known as the Lizard. Gwen is then forced to kill her very, very close friend and is left alone. She chooses to isolate herself. Gwen is seen as a person who challenges societal expectations. While Miles challenges his own and family expectations, Gwen faces the views of the world around her. She informs her lover of her identity as a Spider-Woman and is ultimately faced with tragedy. However, she eventually finds hope through her own friends. Gwen is a face for female outcasts that are challenged by society and as a symbol for hope for a better future for herself. She is independent, but not without people to help her. She is an outcast to society, but is a relevant person within her own life and community.
I like your haircut.
You don't get to like my haircut. Let's go.
How many more spider people are there?
Save it for Comic-Con.
What's Comic-Con?
That's all it is, Miles. A leap of faith.
While this essay is somewhat short, these three Spider-Persons symbolize things in their own ways, whether it be an outlet for outcasts without any escape, people struggling with self and family expectations, or societal outcasts hoping for a better future for themselves. The symbol of a Spider-Person is an outlet for most. You can cling onto aspects of one of the cloaked characters and see them however you choose, ultimately making you a Spider-Person. Anyone can wear the mask, and anyone can be Spider-Man.
I'm right here at your door. I won't leave. I want more. What's up, danger? Yeah, what's up, danger? 'Cause I like high chances that I might lose. I like it all on the edge, just like you. I like tall buildings, sparkling off of them. I go hard with it, no matter how dark. Come on, what's up, danger?
Oh, I love water.